Hello again, hello everybody. I'm going to read another story of the adventures of Timothy and Oppy. And this story is entitled Storm Chasing. Wow, what a great day it was to be. Oppenheimer and me, we were going to be interviewed on the television, and it was about something we both liked doing very, very much indeed. You see, we were both storm chasers, and we all had stories to tell about our incredible adventures. Okay? Now the alarm was set, as it was every morning, at exactly 11 minutes past 7. And we knew the clock was 4.5 minutes past, so we could easily work out what was the correct time. I had spent hours dreaming and dreaming of chasing storms and rainbows, and Oppy had spent hours of dreaming chasing rabbits caught in storms and rainbows. Yes, we had an excellent film and photographic collection of the tornadoes we'd seen, and Oppy, who barks but think he's like me, I don't know why, he's got many pictures of the dry spells we've had when the ground was as dry as a bone. Now, I tossed a coin to see whether we would walk or catch a bus to the television studios. Oppy wagged his tail, but it was heads, so I won, and thought, no, we'll go by train instead. And we never wanted to be celebrities or anything like that, but we would do anything, absolutely anything, to appear on television, and people kept coming up to us and asking for our autographs, and in Oppy's case, his paw mark. You know, we'd been on 31 quiz shows and 4 talent contests. No, we did not want fame in our country, we did not want money or anything like that. Actually, I guess that's not true. We wanted to be well known all over the world. We were so popular on Facebook, and Oppy even had subscribers from the North Pole, and exactly 314,007 fans from Barking in Berkshire. I think that's where it is, isn't it? Anyway, we were so excited as we showed our letters of invitation at the television studio to this woman who had a beehive hairdo, and she called me Honey. And I thought I was going to start giggling then, because that was quite funny. Then we had to do a workout with a makeup artist. Oppy had his tail and his ears trimmed, while I had special makeover done on my eyebrows. After this, we were invited to go into the studio canteen for breakfast. As we sat down, we heard a man in an office say, "Take 17." And so that is exactly what Oppenheimer did, as he took 17 biscuits to eat off the table. And I said, "No, don't do that, Oppy." Anyway, now we were ready. I sat down and Oppy jumped on my lap. We were on air. Well, actually I was on a chair, but you know what I mean. The questions started, and we were asked what essentials do we take with us when we go storm chasing. And Oppy barked, "An umbrella," and that was that. The interviewer, a bloke named Bob, then asked us where we actually find the best twisters. And you know what Oppy said? He said, or rather he barked, "We find the best twisters in Tornado Alley." And asked why, he yelled out because of the Tornado Alley cats, which he liked chasing. Oppy also whispered to me very, very quietly as to whether the interviewer called Tom had any cats of his own, because then they would be called tomcats. Then the giggles started inevitably, as they always do, when Oppy sneezed and Tom's wig fell off, and we really cracked up laughing. We were asked if any of our friends came with us when we went storm chasing, and we said, well, Bob does. Yeah, so does Bob, and Bob. And then there's another bloke called Bob, he comes along with us. Now, one of these Bobs was an Olympic athlete, I think it was the second one, and was known to us as Tornado Tom for obvious reasons. I mentioned that tornadoes were interesting because they made my head spin, although that is not good when you are filming a twister. We were asked when we saw our most recent supercell, which is a cloud structure where tornadoes form, and Oppy giggled that most of the recent supercells he'd been in were in the supermarket where dog food was 3p a tin. Now, we didn't want to show off anything, but we were amongst the world's finest storm chasers. We even had a glass full of water from the Great Storm of 1987 in southern England. When asked why he liked wind, Oppenheimer said he didn't because it smelled horrible. Then we were giggling again. We were asked what was our most favourite song, and we both agreed stormy weather. Our most favourite artist was Chubby Checker, who sang a song Let's Twist Her Again. We were also great Beatles fans, so naturally Twister and Shout was one of our favourite Beatles songs. Mind you, the long and winding road was up there as well, as that is the path that a tornado usually takes. Suddenly I cringed. Oppy was asked again, what do you normally take when you go storm chasing? And he quietly said lots of pictures and looked puzzled and whispered to me, well, that's absolutely true. But then he said an umbrella again, and I said, yeah, well, obviously. But he doesn't mean that. Also, when asked about low pressure systems, Oppy whispered that sometimes the tyres on the car were flat. Mind you, he really made a fool of himself when asked if he liked fork lightning. As he explained, he never uses a knife or fork. Anyway, the minutes ticked by and we were both pleased with how it went and couldn't wait to watch the show later that evening. We also found we had 7 more subscribers on YouTube, and Oppy was pleased with that because he loved prime numbers and 7 is his favourite number. Actually, Oppenheimer, Oppy, is a world famous mathematician, but that's another story. I hope you've enjoyed listening to that.